Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this T-FLEX analysis training course. The topic for today will be the management of studies. We mentioned it already that study is a special system object, and in fact it unites the data and all the elements required for running a specific calculation of a model with all the defined conditions. This is quite easy to understand and to explain. I've opened one of the examples that came installed with the standard software. So we have already some predefined data for making some studies. So the idea is to open the tree, and as you can see, we have several studies inside the big group studies. We have several studies, and they can be managed in several ways. The first possibility we have is to open this on a new window. So we can use this open in new window, and we get the same tree of elements here where we can manage everything that is defined under each of the studies. So the restraints, the loads, the sensors, the results, whatever. So this is one possibility to manage the studies that we have already defined. Besides this command, we have one additional possibility where we can manage this on a different level. So we can call inside the analysis menu, we have these command studies where we open this small dialog box, and among other things, when we choose one of the studies that is defined, we can manage it through these options here. So an addition, delete, solve, copy. So we can, for example, select one of the selected studies, make a copy, and basically create a copy, a very fast copy of whatever it is defined. So instead of making a new definition of all the elements, we can start having this copy and then change only the specific data or conditions that we want for this particular study. So this is very convenient and very fast to use in terms of the study management. Besides this management, it is important also to notice that for each of the studies, we can open the parameters and we get this dialog box with a lot of options. The majority of these options, we are going to see them along the videos of this training course. But today, particular care checking this general tab where we can define the name for the studies and define a specific type. So this is important to understand what we are doing when we go to the solve function. This option below, it's very important to have this under control. So I suggest that you keep this option here, the display the box before the solving it's activated. And in the end, we have two more tabs, which I consider also important. The first one, the results. So here we can have a choice of what to move forward in terms of results. And we can save these results to a separate file instead of having them inside this file. So it's a nice possibility. And for last, we have this info tab where we get all the statistics regarding the study that was solved or calculated. So we have all this data. So what we've used, the times, the memory, whatever. Okay, this is not particularly important, but it's a resume of what it is involved in this study. So this is only regarding the management, not specific to define conditions or settings regarding the study itself. But I think this group of functionalities, it's very interesting and very powerful to help on the management of this information inside this T-FLEX analysis. As we mention always, for any help or any support that you may need, you can contact us and through the usual channels, and we will be here for any support you may need.